If I told you EA made a decent fishing game, you'd probably think I was full of it, to which I might just be, because yes, EA made a good fishing game. EA, the people that wanted to charge you money for every bullet you shot out of your gun in Battlefield. That EA, the is it good for the player people. How in the world did this happen?
Caught a bluegill.
No shit.
So right away, I was expecting another awful fishing game, especially because EA's logo was attached to it. I mean, it's EA. But anyways, this PlayStation 1 fishing game isn't awful, just painfully average. The controls can take some time getting used to. We'll start there. Use the D-pad or analog stick to move your boat around, and where to cast your line as well as the fishing rod position. Square changes the drag, and circle sets the spool free. X is to reel in. Select lets you navigate the menus. Start to pause. L1 is for electric motor. Triangle is to switch to boat mode. And R2 for underwater camera. Yes, it has a split screen Sega bass fishing experience. Or just an above water camera option. While it took a bit to get used to the mechanics, it's easier to grasp and far more intuitive than those Hot B games.
Lower the rod.
There are 4 locations to fish in, with one being locked, from what I could tell. You have Lake of the Pines, Clear Lake, Valley Reservoir, and Crescent Lake being the one locked. After trying the 3 available, I found nothing really different about them. Each looked and felt the same with no variation in theme, water, or fish. Kind of disappointing after the other fishing games made their locations a lot more different from each other.
No!
There's 4 game modes to play with, fishing trip being the free fishing, career being goal-oriented fishing trips with nothing really to it other than you must fish exactly as they tell you or else. Yeah, that sounds very EA actually. Tournament mode looked promising at first since the loading screen showed several boats in the water. Yet, in-game, you're the only one fishing. Come on, man. Big ol' Bass had actual real-time competition. That's disappointing. The last mode is Challenge, where you must complete certain objectives, and that's about it. The only other things to mention is the fish actually bite, which is a problem for most of these fishing games. Also, you can swap the male model with a female one in the options, but the voice is still a dude.
Progressive!
At the end of the day, I do recommend this game, which I wasn't expecting. In fact, I thought this was going to be one of the worst fishing games ever made, just because of the EA attachment. Yet it surprised me to be an average fishing game, worth checking out alongside Big Ol' Bass and Action Bass. Anyways, that's it for this video. See you all later.